Hello, I'm Tracy Irvin.
And I'm Ben Norton.
We're two of the student leaders for PCUSA at UD, the Presbyterian Campus Ministry at the University of Delaware.
And I'm Reverend Nona Holy, the Presbyterian Campus Pastor.
We'd like to share some of our hope and enthusiasm for our growing campus ministry.
I began my work with students at UD in fall 2009. At that time, the Presbyterian Campus Ministry was experiencing a rebirth under the banner of Building Community Through Service. It's been exciting to see how the community of PCUSA at UD has truly grown through service. Students gather each week. Sometimes that happens around the dinner table as we serve one another at a family-style meal. Sometimes it happens as students meet to offer their time, strength, and creativity to an agency such as Meeting Ground or the Food Bank. For other students, the sense of belonging is present in a small group Bible study, and increasingly we relate to one another through Facebook and email. But however students connect, PCUSA at UD is intended to be a place of welcome, an experience of being cared for apart from your academic success or shortcomings, a sanctuary, if you will, where it is safe to explore big questions without fear or embarrassment.
I know that for me, and other students as well, PCUSA at UD is a kind of oasis in our weeks. It is a time we look forward to relax and to gain some perspective on all the pressures and big decisions we need to deal with each week. And it feels good to do something for someone else and not just be all about me and my grades and preparing for my future. Through PCUSA at UD, we get off campus, we get to be with people who aren't just ages 18 to 22, we get to connect with the big picture, not just that week's to-do list of papers and other assignments.
The University of Delaware is a campus of some 21,000 students, 16,000 seeking undergraduate degrees. Students come from all over the world, but many from Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And while there are 17 recognized religious organizations on campus, altogether they probably engage less than 1,000 of those students. Interestingly, there are 22 groups on campus dedicated to service. We feel confident that the invitation to service and community is an effective way to reach current students. Last year when we offered an alternative spring break trip to all UD students, this opportunity for service provided the door through which several students became regularly involved in the ministry.
PCUSA at UD meets most Sunday nights at the Campus Ministry House, which is just up West Main Street from the Trabant Student Center. We have a place to gather in the front room of the house for a game night or a communion service. Nona's office in the house provides a place for quiet conversation and small group Bible study. We gather around the dining room table for noisy family-style Sunday night suppers where we laugh and tease and share prayer. And because we have this kitchen and dining room off campus, we are free of on-campus limitations concerning catering, setup, timing, and expenses.
The house has proven to be a valuable tool for the ministry. We offer a home away from home, not only spiritually, but also physically. Each year, a small group of students live in the 2 residential floors, and this rental income provides a large portion of the ministry's budget for staff and programming. In the future, we hope the house might host an intentional Christian community, or perhaps a group of students with a commitment to sustainability. The unused land behind the Campus Ministry House could one day be a labyrinth, or a sand volleyball court and barbecue pit, or maybe a neighborhood garden.
As a student, I really appreciate the support we receive from local Presbyterian congregations. When people come to the house with a warm supper and a special dessert, it feels like they want us to know they care about us. All of us look forward to not having to eat in the dining halls on Sunday nights. I know other volunteers come out for cleanup days and to do maintenance on the house. There are churches and women's groups who include the campus ministry in their annual budgets or make special gifts to support the alternative spring break service trip. And when we have a particular need, people in the churches respond to the wish list.
As the PCUSA at UD Governing Board and I look forward to the future, we are listening to students concerning what they need and want in the campus ministry. We've been learning how this unique campus community works and plays and how it celebrates and how it suffers. We've sought connections with other religious leaders on campus to strengthen our outreach through the benefit of their experiences. In the next year or so, we have several key goals. First and foremost, our attention is upon growing PCUSA at UD. Not only in numbers, though. Of course, we want to reach as many students as we can, but we want to see the campus ministry grow in depth so that whether we engage 10 or 200 students, Their experience through the Presbyterian Campus Ministry will be one that enriches their spiritual journey in these young adult years on campus.
We know that slowly PCUSA at UD is becoming known on campus. We want to become a brand name, to have an identity that students recognize. Oh yeah, that's the group that, especially in 2011, we are giving attention to our web presence through Facebook and our website, so that it is as effective as it can be as a portal through which students discover us. We want students to know they are welcome. We want them to know that we are a group that isn't afraid of big questions or of getting our hands dirty to serve others.
And we have a longer range goal of developing an intentional program through which students can explore vocation in the widest sense. Not just what major shall I choose, but who do I want to be and how will I choose to live? We dream of connecting students with mentors in local churches, of twice-yearly retreats to consider these big questions, and of internship programs that develop leadership, theological reflection skills, and practices of spiritual discipline.
I remember my prayer that first Sunday night, as we gathered for a Sunday night supper, I said, "Oh, please don't let me sit here by myself with a casserole." And I haven't. And nowadays, we don't even have leftovers. May God continue to bless the ministry and all that is PCUSA at UD.